Alright, let's go. Number 10. Right now, as you listen to this, invisible particles are passing straight through your body, and through the earth, and through everything you have ever touched. They are called dark matter, and you cannot see them, cannot feel them, cannot detect them with any of your senses. But they are here, in this room, passing through your chest, your skull, your heart, at this very moment, in unimaginable numbers, as if you were not even there. Scientists have calculated that dark matter particles may be colliding with the atoms inside your body dozens, hundreds, possibly thousands of times every single year. Think about that. Something invisible, something we have never been able to catch, is striking the atoms that make up you over and over throughout your entire life. It passes through the solid ground beneath you as if it were empty air. It passes through the entire planet Earth, in one side and out the other, barely noticing that a world was in the way. You are not solid, not to dark matter. To dark matter, you are a ghost, and it moves through you like you are made of nothing at all. The truly disturbing part is that we have no way to stop it, no way to shield ourselves from it, and until very recently, no real idea it was even happening. It is one of the most fundamental facts about the universe you live in, and you have spent your entire life completely unaware of it. A silent, invisible rain of unknown particles falling through you every second, forever. Number 9. It makes up most of the matter in the universe, and we are the tiny, insignificant exception. Here's a fact that should change how you see reality. Everything you have ever seen, every star, every planet, every galaxy, every atom in your body, every object that has ever existed in the visible universe, all of it, put together, makes up only a small fraction of the matter in the cosmos. Ordinary matter, the stuff we are made of, the stuff of stars and worlds, accounts for only about 5% of the universe. Dark matter makes up around 27%, more than 5 times as much as everything we can actually see. And the rest, around 68%, is dark energy, an even deeper mystery we will return to. Let that sink in. The matter we know, the matter that makes up everything familiar, everything visible, everything we have ever studied, is the minority. We are not the main event. We are a thin contamination, a faint sprinkling of visible dust floating on top of a vast, invisible ocean of something else entirely. Dark matter is the true substance of the cosmos, and we, and everything we can see, are the rare exception. For all of human history, we looked up at the stars and believed we were seeing the universe. We were wrong. We were seeing 5% of it. The other 95% was invisible, all around us, holding everything together, and we never knew. The universe we thought we understood was never the real universe at all. It was just the small, glowing part we happened to be able to see. Number 8. Despite decades of searching and billions of dollars, we have never caught a single particle of it. This is one of the greatest failures and greatest mysteries in the history of science. We know dark matter is there. We can measure its gravity. We can see its effects on galaxies. We can map where it is. And yet, after decades of the most sophisticated experiments ever built, we have never directly detected even one particle of it. Not one. Around the world, scientists have built extraordinary detectors to try to catch dark matter. They have filled enormous tanks with ultra-pure liquid xenon and buried them deep underground, beneath mountains, to shield them from all other interference. They have cooled equipment to temperatures near absolute zero. They have waited for years, watching, for the faintest possible sign of a single dark matter particle striking a single atom. The result so far is silence. Nothing. Despite the most ingenious and expensive experiments humanity has ever devised, dark matter has refused to reveal itself. It exerts its gravity on entire galaxies, it shapes the structure of the whole cosmos, and yet it slips through our most sensitive instruments as if they were not there. This creates a genuine crisis in physics, because we are absolutely certain from its gravitational effects that dark matter exists, but we cannot find out what it is. The leading candidates, particles called WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles, have been searched for exhaustively and have not appeared. Another candidate, an ultralight particle called the axion, is still being hunted with no confirmed detection. Imagine knowing, beyond doubt, that something enormous is there, all around you, filling the universe, and being completely unable to catch it, or see it, or understand what it is made of, no matter how hard you try. That is where we stand with dark matter. We are detectives at a crime scene, surrounded by the footprints of an invisible suspect, and after decades of searching, we still have no idea what the suspect actually is. Number 7. In 2026, scientists discovered it might not be what we thought at all. For a long time, dark matter was imagined as something simple, a cold, silent, passive substance. Particles that drifted through the universe, interacting with everything else only through gravity, and otherwise doing nothing at all. Inert, featureless, just invisible mass, providing the extra gravity needed to hold galaxies together. That comfortable picture began to fall apart. In 2026, a series of observations and studies significantly challenged this simple view. Instead of being a single, passive, silent substance, dark matter began to look like something far more complex and far more active. Some researchers now argue that dark matter may not be a single thing at all. It could be a composite, made of multiple different particle species, with different masses and different behaviors, a whole hidden family of invisible matter, rather than one simple ingredient. Even more disturbing, evidence emerged that dark matter might interact with itself. That dark matter, particles could collide with each other, or exchange energy through hidden forces we know nothing about. This is called self-interacting dark matter. And it means the invisible substance filling the universe may have its own internal physics, its own forces, its own rules, a secret world of interactions happening completely outside of and invisible to everything we can see. Think about what that implies. The dark matter passing through your body might not just be passive dust. It might be an active substance, with its own hidden forces, its own collisions, its own complex behavior, playing out silently and invisibly all around you and inside you, according to laws of physics we have not even begun to understand. Number 6. Without it, every galaxy in the universe would fly apart. Here is why we know dark matter is real, even though we cannot see it, and it is genuinely alarming when you understand it. Galaxies spin. Our own Milky Way rotates, carrying its hundreds of billions of stars around in a vast, slow cosmic wheel. And when astronomers measured how fast galaxies spin, they found something that should have been impossible. Galaxies are rotating far too fast. So fast that, based on the visible matter they contain, they should be tearing themselves apart. The stars at the edges should be flung out into space. The whole structure should fly to pieces. But they do not fly apart. They stay together, which means something invisible is holding them together, something with enough gravity to keep those fast-spinning galaxies intact, something we cannot see, but whose grip is strong enough to bind hundreds of billions of stars against forces that should scatter them across the void. That something is dark matter. It is the invisible glue of the cosmos. Without it, galaxies could never have formed in the first place. Stars would never have clustered together. The structures that make up the universe, the galaxies, the clusters, the great cosmic web, none of it could exist, and that includes us. Without dark matter, there would have been no Milky Way, no sun, no earth, no life. We owe our very existence to a substance we have never seen and do not understand. But here is the unsettling flip side. We are utterly dependent on something we cannot detect, cannot control, and cannot fully comprehend. The stability of every galaxy, including our own, rests on an invisible foundation. And if our understanding of that foundation is wrong, then our understanding of everything, of how galaxies form, how the universe is structured, how we came to be, is built on a mystery we have not solved. Number 5. It might be the doorway to an entire hidden universe of physics. This is where dark matter becomes truly mind-bending. Because some scientists now propose that dark matter is not just a particle, or even a few particles. It might be part of an entire hidden sector of reality, a whole secret universe of physics, running in parallel to our own, invisible, untouchable, existing right alongside everything we know. The idea is called the dark sector. And it suggests that just as our visible universe has a rich variety of particles and forces, the electron, the photon, electromagnetism, and all the rest, the dark universe might have its own equally rich collection. Dark particles, dark forces, perhaps even dark atoms, dark chemistry, and structures we cannot begin to imagine, all made of matter that does not interact with light and therefore remains completely invisible to us. If this is true, then woven through our universe, overlapping with our galaxies, passing through our worlds and our bodies, there could be an entire second universe. A dark cosmos, with its own complexity, its own structure, and possibly, in the wildest speculation, its own version of everything, hidden behind a veil we cannot pierce. We would be sharing space with an entire reality we cannot see, cannot touch, and cannot detect, except through the faint pull of its gravity. Two universes, occupying the same space, one visible, one dark, passing through each other like ghosts, forever unaware of one another, and we would be living inside both, without ever knowing what the other one contains. Number 4. Some scientists think it does not exist at all, which would be even more terrifying. Everything we have said assumes dark matter is real, invisible, mysterious, but real. There is, however, another possibility, and in some ways, it is more disturbing than any invisible substance. What if dark matter does not exist? A number of scientists have proposed that the strange behavior of galaxies, the too fast spinning, the gravity that seems to come from nowhere, might not be caused by invisible matter at all. Instead, it might mean that our understanding of gravity itself is wrong, that the laws Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein gave us, the laws that have worked so perfectly everywhere else, break down on the scale of galaxies, that we have been misunderstanding gravity all along. Think about how unsettling that is. Either the universe is filled with an invisible substance we cannot detect, or the fundamental force of gravity, one of the pillars of all physics, does not work the way we think it does. There is no comfortable option. Either reality is dominated by something invisible and unknown, or our deepest laws of nature are flawed in a way we have not figured out. Both possibilities point to the same terrifying conclusion. There is a massive, gaping hole in our understanding of the universe. Something fundamental is missing, and whether the answer is invisible matter or broken physics, it means that the confident picture of the cosmos we carry around in our heads is, at its foundation, incomplete. We do not understand the universe nearly as well as we pretend to, and the evidence for that failure is written across every galaxy in the sky. Number 3, it might be secretly connected to the force destroying the universe. We have talked about dark matter, which makes up about 27% of the universe, but there is something even larger and even stranger: dark energy. The mysterious force making up about 68% of the cosmos, driving the expansion of the universe to accelerate, pushing all the galaxies apart faster and faster, and in most models, slowly driving the universe toward a cold, dark, empty death. For a long time, dark matter and dark energy were treated as completely separate mysteries. One holds structures together, the other pushes everything apart. Two unrelated puzzles that happen to share the word dark. But in 2026, that began to change. Recent precision measurements hinted at subtle anomalies in the way cosmic structures grow over time, small, persistent deviations that were not supposed to be there. And some theoretical models propose something startling: that dark matter and dark energy might be linked, that the properties of dark matter might evolve as the universe expands, possibly exchanging energy with dark energy through mechanisms we do not understand. If this is true, then the invisible substance passing through your body might be secretly connected to the force that will one day tear the universe apart. Dark matter, the glue holding everything together, and dark energy, the force ripping everything apart, might be two faces of a single deeper mystery, locked in a hidden relationship, exchanging energy in ways we cannot see, quietly determining the fate of the entire cosmos. We would be caught between two invisible titans, one holding the universe together, one pulling it apart, both of them unknown, both of them beyond our understanding, and possibly, secretly, working together to write the ending of everything. And we would have no say in it, and no way to even watch it happen, except through the faintest gravitational whispers in our data. Number 2, we have mapped where it is, and it forms a vast, invisible web wrapped around everything. Even though we cannot see dark matter, we have found ways to map it. By watching how its gravity bends the light of distant galaxies, a phenomenon called gravitational lensing, astronomers have been able to trace the invisible distribution of dark matter across the universe. And what they found is haunting. Dark matter is not scattered randomly. It forms a structure, a vast invisible web, stretching across the entire cosmos. Enormous filaments of dark matter, hundreds of millions of light years long, connecting together in a colossal network, like an invisible spider web wrapped around the entire universe. And sitting at the dense knots and intersections of this web, held in place by its gravity, are the galaxies, including ours. Think about that image. Our galaxy, our sun, our Earth, all of us, are sitting inside an invisible web of dark matter, a cosmic scaffold we cannot see, that we are caught in, like an insect in a spider's silk. The visible universe, all the galaxies and stars we can see, is just the glittering decoration hanging on this vast, dark, unseen structure. The real skeleton of the universe is invisible, and everything we know is simply draped across it. We are living inside a structure we cannot perceive, held in place by a substance we cannot detect, in positions determined by a web we only discovered was there through the bending of distant starlight. The universe has an architecture, and almost all of it is hidden from us. Number 1, you are living in a universe that is almost entirely invisible, and you are made of the tiny part that isn't. Everything on this list points to a single staggering and deeply humbling truth. The universe you live in is not the universe you see. It is overwhelmingly, almost entirely, invisible. Add it all up, 5% ordinary matter, the stuff of stars and planets and people. 27% dark matter, invisible, mysterious, passing through you right now. 68% dark energy, an unknown force driving the cosmos toward its end, which means that 95% of the universe, 95% of everything that exists, is completely invisible to us, undetectable directly, not understood, made of things we have no names for beyond the word dark, which is really just a word for our own ignorance. You spend your entire life experiencing the 5%, the visible world, the light, the matter, the things you can touch and see, and you naturally assume that this is reality, that this is the universe. But it is not. It is a thin, glowing sliver of the whole. A tiny luminous exception, floating in an ocean of invisible darkness that makes up almost everything there is. And here is the final, humbling thought. You, your body, your brain, the mind experiencing this very moment are made of that rare 5%. You are built from the minority, from the exception, from the small, strange, visible part of a cosmos that is overwhelmingly dark. You are a brief glowing pattern of visible matter, aware of itself, surrounded on all sides, and passed through constantly by an invisible universe you can never see, never touch, and may never understand. We once thought we were at the center of the universe, then we learned we were not. We thought we were made of the same stuff as the stars, and we are, but the stars themselves are made of the rare stuff, the exception, the 5%. The real universe, the vast majority of it, is dark, invisible, unknown, and it is all around us all the time, holding us together, pulling us apart, passing through our bodies and shaping our fate, in total silence, forever beyond our sight. And that senior astronomer, the one some of you have asked me about, the one who allegedly said off the record that he wished we had never looked, when he said it, dark matter was part of what he meant. Because once you truly understand that 95% of the universe is invisible, that we are a tiny glowing minority in an ocean of darkness we cannot detect, you can never look at the night sky the same.